I saw Freemasons indulging in some of their deepest rituals. And in both cases, the people concerned were not aware of the fact that they were being observed. At one time in Johannesburg, I viewed a Freemason ritual through a pair of binoculars. They were performing this ritual in a brightly lit room, and we watched nearly every detail of what they were doing. In England, I saw again the same thing close up. And again, the people concerned were not aware of my presence or the presence of the friend who had brought me to see what was happening. You know, sir, before I go deep in answering your question, can I ask you, sir, are you a religious man?
No.
Good. Then another question, sir. Please. It is African courtesy that I should ask questions just as you ask me questions. Please, sir, exactly why do human beings or the Chitauli perform human sacrifice? What is the reason behind this ghastly practice?
Well, first of all, from people I've spoken to who've taken part in these rituals, they tell me there's something in the blood which they want to consume because for some reason they need it, and it appears they want blonde-haired, blue-eyed people for that more than any other. And the other thing, I guess, is that if you can perform a very malevolent, terrifying ritual in a particular vortex point, then you're going to affect the energy field very powerfully. And another reason which we've talked about is that at the point of sacrifice, this evil eye, this hypnotic stare, which these Chitahuli crossbreeds and the Chitahuli themselves seem to have, can suck a person's energy consciousness out of their body.
Yes, sir. But are you aware, Mr. David Icke, that people performing human sacrifice perform it for very, very serious and in a strange way, diabolically logical reasons, and very, very selfish ones?
Go ahead.
Say, there is something about human sacrifice which I beg to reveal to you. I am an initiate of over 7 great initiations, and I have learned many things which would shock a saint. And one of these is this: the basic reason behind human sacrifice is immortality, or rather longevity. When a great person feels that he or she is about to die, that great person does this. He or she orders the kidnapping of a particularly beautiful young person, usually a woman, a young girl, a virgin. But this virgin must have certain spiritual characteristics. And these characteristics must be certain qualities of the mind. In short, the victim must be psychic. The victim must be very beautiful. And the first thing that is done with the victims, she is not killed outright. She is, how you say, she is, oh God, how can one say it? She is stripped naked, and she is bound hand and foot, and then you, the one about to sacrifice her, lie naked in the same bed with her, but you do not have sex with her. Because if you do, the energy that you are building up for yourself will dissipate. You must lie with the victim. Usually she is blindfolded. And you must embrace her and hold her and make and try to symbolically swallow her, to try to draw from her the most important essence of herself. I'm sorry, I don't have the proper English to say this. Do you understand what I'm trying to say, sir?
Yeah, absolutely.
Your body must be moistened with fragrant oil, and so the body of the victim to be. And you must embrace this victim for a number of days.
You're trying to make a vibrational connection with them, is that what you're
Yes,
trying to do?
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In fact, I can tell you, kings and inyangas and sangomas who lived well beyond their 100th year by simply taking a young virgin person, whether male or female, and lying with him or her in a ritual bed without any sexual penetration whatsoever. This is the key to true immortality, sir. This, I am telling you now, something which I am not allowed to tell anyone who is not an initiate and a Sanusi. But I want to tell you that there is much more to human sacrifice than you think. First, the life force of the victim has got to be drunk. Then, after the victim has been in your bed for a number of days or weeks or months, then she must be told that she's going to die. And she must be encouraged to try to escape. And she must be made to run. Run in a direction where you know there are people who will recapture her. When she is recaptured, she will have a particular smell on her, which is like that of an animal. You know, Mr. David, this may shock you as a white person, but I want to tell you these facts. Human sacrifice is much more than just cutting the throat of a victim. A long procedure is followed before you drink the energy of this young person. A virgin girl radiates a severe heat, which is sometimes used by my people to save the life of a man or a woman who has been caught on a cold mountainside.